Previously on the kids' table,
Who is this guy?
our heroes revealed to their new friend Father Winston the mysterious codex given to them by the bibliothecary, which should help them to free the sealed goddess Ismiene. Father Winston in turn helped them learn that the codex could only have come from within the library.
Doesn't this look like some of the stuff that's in the Temple of Knowledge?
But with the library closed and guarded by the King's Guard, can they convince the Red King to let them inside?
It can't be coincidence.
Find out on this episode of
We have a decision to make.
The Kids' Table.
You get a long rest, so your HP goes all the way back up, your spell slots go back. You are rested, and in the morning, when you go downstairs, Flodward is there, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and he says to you, "Good morning. I hope you all slept well. I hope you did nothing." And he looks around at some of the other people in the tavern area and says in a slightly lower voice, "I hope there were no other incidents last night. I hope you're okay now. Yes? Good. I'm so glad. Well, I remembered that you had wanted an audience with the king, with King Tristram, and I, being just the best concierge in the Red Quarter and wanting to make up for the trouble last night, I have gone ahead and gotten you an audience with the king. You are expected in an hour up at the Castle Keep."
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to be of service, glad to be helpful. Thank you so much for your patronage, and I do hope that everything goes well from now on. Yes. So you all make your way to the Castle Keep. You wind your way through the red district of Trivestia, past taverns and potion sellers and residential areas and rich people and poor people. This is like a self-contained city all on its own on this side. And as you are walking through the streets, you are sort of winding your way, and you occasionally see the wall that separates the red area from the blue area. And it seems like the wall itself has been built around these archways that lead into the other districts. I want the three of you also, I want all of you to roll an investigation check.
Oh, to a nat one.
What did you roll?
9.
9.
8.
You and I were
8,
very
okay.
investigative.
2 minus 1.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, but it's a nat one. It's really a nat one.
Yeah, it's not a nat one, but
Not doing so great.
you rolled a 9. Something about these arches looks interesting. That's all you got. That's it. As you get closer, you can see that this plateau that the Castle Keep is built on, and above the Castle Keep is the Golden Spire.
Does the blue, green, and red all go to
They all lead to the center. So the Trivestia, you might remember from standing on the hill above it, is this roughly circular city built in the middle of this valley. There's a river that rewinds its way through all the districts. The three parts of the city are all meet at the middle, and there's like a plateau that the castle is built on. But this plateau is actually just a giant building, a giant sort of cylindrical building almost. And you can see that there's a number of doors in the side that are all guarded. But leading up around the base of the Temple of Knowledge, of the library, are these giant stone steps that lead up to the Castle Keep. And as you go up the side, as you go up these steps, you can see that each district has their own steps that wind their way up. And eventually all the staircases meet at the top, at the base of the Castle Keep. You present yourselves to the guards, and you can see the keep itself is one castle. It's not 3 different castles. It's one castle, but there are red guards and blue guards and green guards all standing outside of it. and you present yourself to the Red Guards because you are coming from the Red District, and they lead you into the Seneschal's office.
Seneschal?
The Seneschal. He's an older man, white stringy hair, tall, slightly hunched over, and he says, "Yes, I am Seneschal Gallus. May I help you?"
We have an audience with the king.
Yes, you are. I see you here on my list. But nobody gets to the king before they talk to me. Can I help you with something?
We want to try to get access to the library where the god
Knowledge is meaning.
the god of knowledge is Ismiene.
I'm afraid that is quite impossible.
Are you sure?
You see, the library has been closed these last 6 months by order of the king and the two queens. It is quite impossible to access it. Thank you very much for your time. You may depart.
Nothing is impossible.
I beg your pardon.
Nothing is impossible.
I'm not quite sure what you mean, young lady. How would you like to convince him?
Well, to try.
Don't do charm person.
Well, I don't want to attack him because then it's gonna be like
Intimidation.
everyone attack her.
Also, I don't think we should, because if he manages his wisdom saving throw, let's not risk it. Let's not risk it for the biscuit.
Well, what would you like to do? He is dismissing you. He has heard your request.
But I thought we had a audience with the king.
Well, the king does not have time to hear from every single visitor to the castle. I'm sure you understand. He is far too important.
And I shoot my bag of money.
He looks at the bag of money and then he looks back up at you and he says, "I'm sure you are not suggesting a bribe, young sir."
I want to give some money to the king in person.
Roll a persuasion check.
20.
Total.
Natural 20.
No,
20 total.
15 total. Modified 20.
Yeah, modified.
He looks at you with this sort of shrewd glance and he says, "Well, the king is always happy to meet with those who can
Pay him.
fund the efforts of the city, young one. Please wait here. Make yourselves comfortable." And he, as you sit in his office, walks through a wooden door in the side.
With the kings.
And very shortly he comes back and he says, "Yes, you may come right this way." And he leads you into this ornate throne room. It's weird in here. None of you have ever been in a throne room before. Like, you don't meet with kings and queens. Even in the capital city of Trapani, you know there's a castle. You know that there's a king and queen in the castle, but you've never been there. You've never had occasion to be there. But you know from stories what throne rooms are supposed to look like. This place is weird even from the stories. First of all, there are long red carpets going down the whole way. One in red, one in blue, one in green. There are red and green and blue banners hung up everywhere, sort of in a very haphazard style, as if like somebody hung a red banner and later on somebody hung a blue banner right in front of it, like to try and block it, stuff like that. There are 3 thrones down at the end of the throne room. But instead of the 3 thrones being situated the same, like in the same configuration, there's the one in the middle.
One's red, one's blue, one's green.
One is red, one is blue, and one is green. The green one is right in the middle in what you would think of as like pride of place. The red one next to it is a little bit higher up than it. So it's to the side, but it's higher.
Oh, so the green's like about the middle, tallest, the blue's the shortest, and the red's the highest.
Well, no, because then the blue one is on the same level as the red one, but it's slightly more in front. Right.
This is so.
It's very weird. You got the red one, or you've got the green one, and then the red one is slightly higher, and the blue one is slightly more in front.
Are they Goliath?
No. You start to get the impression that
They want to be
More powerful.
better.
yes,
than the
they
rest.
want to be better than each, but there's no way to do that right. Like, you can't have the tallest, like, one of them is in the middle, one of them is tallest, one of them is furthest forward, and that seems to be the way that each one of them gets to be the best. Yeah, it is quite ridiculous, to be honest. The blue throne and the green throne currently are empty, but the red throne, there is an older human man with a big crown with these ruby red jewels. He's got a red cape on, he's got red finery on. He's sitting very stately in his throne, and he sees you and the seneschal walk in, and he says, "Ah, yes, fine patrons of the red, true city of Trivestia, thank you for coming to speak with me. How may I, King Tristram, serve you this day?"
Hello, my king. We were wondering if you could let us access the library that has not been open since.
Ah, yes, it is quite a tragedy for the entire city that the library has been unfortunately closed these last 6 months, but my cousins, and you can see him sort of sneer and gesture to the blue and green thrones. My cousins could not agree when the bibliothecary disappeared to keep it open for the sake of the city, and so unfortunately we have had to close it for the time being.
Why exactly?
Well, the true city of Trivestia would of course keep it open, but to keep it open would mean our wayward brothers and sisters would have access to things without guidance, the neutral guidance of the followers of the way of knowledge, and to let them have access to that sort of dangerous knowledge would be, well, quite uncouth, as I'm sure you might think. So, unfortunately, we have had to prevent everybody from accessing it for some time.
Could we pay you to open it for us for an hour or two?
Unfortunately, young one, that is not the way it works. If I were to let you do that, then my cousins would be able to do that as well, and that would not go well.
Do we have a sense of how trustworthy the king is?
Roll an insight check.
8.
8 plus 5 is 13.
13. 13's not bad. He trustworthy? No, he is not trustworthy. He is in this for himself. You're not really sure what is happening right now, like why access to a library would be dangerous. You get the sense though that this is a power trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get the sense he's a power trip.
Yes, for sure.
Could we talk to you and your siblings all together?
Oh, that would not be good.
Oh, that would be quite impossible. The three of us have not met in public in quite some time, for reasons you may well understand.
Well, King, if we could, now, I think I'm going to. Do I have any persuasion skills, or
You are +3 in persuasion.
be charismatic in any way? Okay. Now we know that truly you are the greatest of the kings and queens of Trivestia.
Okay.
What would you say if giving us just a short time of access might be able to bring back the followers of the Temple of Knowledge, and therefore you would have all the glory that comes along being the one who brought the followers of knowledge back to Trivestia?
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm so nervous.
What did you get?
I got 10.
10 total.
No.
13.
He says, Getting the followers of the Way of Knowledge back, you say? Well, that might take some time. I might have a different solution. Our wayward brothers and sisters have been wayward for too long. The true city of Trivestia, the city that I am king over, deserves a little bit more, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes.
If the four of you would be amenable to it, I might give you a task that might, let's say, secure my hold over the city, so that does a city really need 3 rulers, or does a city need just 1?
Why are you looking at me?
Let's go with
Well, I would
one, my king.
I am glad that you agree, and I'm sure that you would agree that I am the best to be that ruler.
But also, my king, the bibliothecary, we have seen him and he has unfortunately died.
Well, that is devastating news. All the more reason, then, that I become the one true ruler of Trivestia. If you will agree to help me, let's say, depose my cousins,
Okay.
then I might be able to grant you access to this library, because there would be no one else standing in the way.
Do you mean depose as in discredit them so they may no longer rule? Or depose as in dispose of them?
Oh, I'm sure I would not be suggesting regicide, but however you deem fit to get rid of my cousins, Queen Pancham and Queen Daria, I'll leave that up to you.
This took such a dark turn.
What did you think was going to happen?
Depose the 2 queens? What is the Red King asking of them?
He has given you the task.
In exchange,
He will let you in the library.
Will our heroes have to go along with this dastardly plot in order to achieve the higher good of freeing Ismiene?
I would warn the 2 queens.
Or can they work together to come up with a different plan?
I have no clue what we should do.
Find out on the next episode of
I'm not from here.
The Kids Table.